Hello, back to a new video. Today we're going to take a look again at Mewtwo. Last time we took a look at the armored version, which is kind of hilarious because I already pre-produced that video earlier before we got the announcement that we're going to get the Shadow Mewtwo back into the rocket research thingy there, whatever it's called, like for Giovanni. If you beat Giovanni, you're going to be able to get the Shadow Mewtwo after basically today. Today it's not the case yet, but for tomorrow it will be the case, so why not showcase the Shadow version in the Ultra League as well after we just looked at the armored version. Maybe we get the armored version as well back there. I actually went ahead and gave that thing 2 legacy moves as well. Leave a like for that, definitely best effort ever I did. Use 2 elite TMs on a Shadow Mewtwo that I'm most likely going to use for only this video. Very smart of me. But yeah, we have here the Shadow Ball, which is kind of necessary for this kind of meta because you have a ton of steel types, which you of course could have went also for Focus Blast, but you just get there faster, and for Mewtwo it's all about getting to move fast. And you're also going to have the move Side Strike, of course. Side Strike is definitely necessary. Shadow Ball is the preferred moveset, but not ideal, like not needed completely. Well, we're going to actually be able to win this first game here, while Mewtwo's only job was there to catch 1 Seed Bomb, and that was basically it. We can take a look at the next one. We will see a Registeel, and this one was a little bit awful. Also, I cut in together most battles where it was at least a little bit closer and like wasn't complete RPS where I couldn't do anything, because those battles existed of course as well. So don't be fooled by this video and think, oh wow, Shadow Mewtwo going to be the best Pokemon ever, I will use it now for every game. Don't do it, it's a fun pick. I just played, I think, like an entire day with it, and here you see like most of the best battles. I also cut off some wins still. Actually went kinda neutral with it at the end, which is kinda funny because in the beginning, I think the first set I won 1 game, and I think at the end, like the last few sets, I actually went positive with it. So it wasn't actually horrible. I don't think I actually lost either with it either. But I mean, after the first sets, of course, but yeah, like it's still not something that I would recommend anybody to use. It's just for fun, and it's just because you're going to get this Pokemon back, where a ton of people are excited to get this Pokemon back because it's the best raid attacker that is possible in Pokemon GO currently. It does the most amount of damage while we can catch the move from the opponent here, which is nice. Flame Charge going to get caught on our Mewtwo. We will be on the on the Scraft here, we will be able to knock them out with the Mewtwo, Side Strike coming through, and the Ninetales coming through here as well. Can we actually still win this game just with a sweep with Mewtwo? We will be able to go to another one off here, and we will be able to reach the final one to knock them out, and Mewtwo going to be able to sweep them at the end with the 1 HP and a Dream there. Mewtwo itself had a ton of sweeps in this video as well. Like Mewtwo swept a ton of Pokemon, but of course, as like I faced a ton of double dark backlines, and there is nothing that you can do with this moveset against any double dark Pokemon. So sometimes I wish I had Focus Blast instead of the Shadow Ball. Sometimes Shadow Ball was kind of nice, but yeah. Against Nidoqueen in the lead, it's a little bit awkward to play against this Pokemon, and this was most likely my worst play at all. Going into the Talonflame now, after they farmed up for like 2.5 Poison Fangs already, was not the smartest idea, as they're just going to be able to just spam me with that thing. Yeah, don't try this at home. This wasn't the smartest idea to swap into the Talonflame there. Especially as I think I'm now in farm down range for their fast move, yep, and I basically won nothing with this. And I'm basically getting completely screwed by this 1 Nidoqueen the entire time here. I will be able to swap out, they're gonna go into a Trevenant. I'm gonna try to go for the Shadow Ball here. I could have went actually just for the Side Strike, and the Wolf knocked them out most likely as well, but that was just it. There was nothing I could have done there. Very horrible lead. Very good lead here at least. We see a Cresselia coming in, which means we will be able to go for our foul play now real quick. And then we're going to swap out into our Talonflame, trying to have a better match up here. Actually, I misplayed this as well a little bit. They're gonna go for 1 Moonblast again. They can go for next Moonblast in time as well, but I'm gonna go straight for my Flame Charge here, which allows me to hopefully farm them all the way down now. Right. It's just insane. It's just insane how strong Cresselia is in this meta. I think I was still able to survive this one, but I kind of want to get my charge moves off as well. But like this is so close still, it's just annoying. We see at least the incoming now, the Warren again. I think we will be able to go for straight 1 Brave Bird here, trying to knock them all the way out. We don't knock them out, but we will be able to swap out now. And we're going to have a Brave Bird stored. This Brave Bird will come in handy later, I would think so, as we see the Giratina coming in here. Giratina will not like our foul plays, and they're actually going to shield immediately, which is amazing, because actually foul play doesn't even do half of its health, I think, so, or like just barely half of its health, so it wouldn't really need to shield immediately, but this is amazing for us, as we're going to be able to get the final shield as well. And now we have Mewtwo with 1 shield advantage. I'm going to let the first move go through. Going to be the Dragon Claw. We will be able to reach the Side Strike in time, but we're actually going to try to go for the Shadow Ball. Let's see if we can go for the Shadow Ball as well. We will see the opponent coming in to their Warbrain. We can farm them down. Do we go for the Shadow Ball? My opponent decides to forfeit. I really wanted to see how much damage it does, and like, of course, like the one opportunity where I'm able to hit a Shadow Ball against the Giratina with the Shadow Mewtwo, they're going to forfeit before. Yeah, it kind of annoyed me, but it's fine. We will see the next opponent here. We have the Trevenant against us, which is fine for us. We're gonna get the shield, and we will be able to go into our Talonflame here as well, trying to burn down this Tree Boy, as they're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball straight away, which is okay. With this team, of course, if you didn't think about this earlier, you have to kind of keep the shields alive for the Mewtwo, but Mewtwo with 2 shields advantage should be pretty fine, right? I will be able to go for another move here, and I will knock them out. We have 2 shields advantage. We can really sweep with Mewtwo here, right? And nope, they're going to forfeit again. Why do you forfeit and don't give me like the fun or like satisfaction to destroy things with my Shadow Mewtwo? I don't understand, to be fair. I feel kind of sad about this sometimes, but we see the Seed Bomb coming through here. Fine for us, we can take those, we can get the shield advantage, we can get some damage on them, we get the shield advantage, that's all that I really want anyway. I can go ahead and go for another foul play and try to knock them out. Wouldn't knock them out anyway from this range yet, but it would get them very low. Do we get both shields? This would be amazing for us, and we will be able to get both shields. This means Mewtwo might be able to finally show what's worth, but we will see a Swampert coming in. I'm going to shield the move. I think I can farm them down afterwards. I think I can just go for one Brave Bird and farm them, but let me see. This should knock them out exactly. We will see the Stunfisk coming back in, which is amazing for us. And maybe actually Mewtwo can finally do something in this game. We can go for one Flame Charge. We will be able to get them low. And I will be able to actually... I could shield this up, to be fair, but I don't shield this up because we have our Mewtwo. Mewtwo finally will be able to do something here. Can we go for the Shadow Ball and knock them out? We can go for the Shadow Ball, and the Shadow Ball will knock them out. Goodbye there. Trevenant comes in. I don't care about the Trevenant. I will be able to go for one shield here. Seed Bomb. I don't care. Side Strike, I care. Side Strike coming through, Side Strike will knock them out, and goodbye there. Mewtwo can sweep finally a game before the opponent decides to forfeit. Way better for me. We see the Skuntank. Skuntank is a very neutral matchup in the lead. A ton of people run Skuntank with like Crunch and the Flamethrower, so what I'm going to do here actually is, because a ton of people also cannot bait here, I'm going to let this move go through, and I'm going to be right with this. It's going to be the Crunch, which of course get the defense drop because it's me. I always get the defense drop from Crunch, but never from my side. I will be able to knock them out though, and we will see the opponent going into a Mandibuzz. This is kind of awkward. I have to stay in here. Like I cannot swap out. Like if I swap out, I'm completely screwed because as soon as I have my Mewtwo on this matchup, I have no chance whatsoever. We will see the Aerial Ace coming through. We can go ahead and go into our Mewtwo now against the Swampert. Luckily, it's not a Shadow Swampert. Why luckily? Because I think we're still going to be able to survive at least one Hydro Cannon now. And we're going to get this thing low, which is amazing because we want to get this thing low. They're going to go for the Hydro Cannon, and I will be able to reach another charge move here, which is amazing. Especially, it's amazing as they're going to shield this move up. I will be able to shield their moves up, and I'm going to have a ton of energy advantage now against the incoming Mandibuzz, which already has some damage prior from the Scrafty. I will be able to go for all the flame charges in the world here. I will be able to also really good align my moves against them, because as a 5-turn move, you kind of always want to be against like a 3-turn move, it feels like, or a 2-turn move. But like this is definitely the way to go here, because it's kind of easy to align your own fast moves, as they always let me sneak one in. This will be amazing for me, as I will be able to go for another charge move here, knock them out, and I will be able to win this battle. Next opponent, let's see what they're going to have. They're going to have the Swampert here in the lead. This is pretty nice for me, that's at least in the lead here, because in the back I don't really want to face it too much. In the lead also don't really want to face it too much, but maybe we get a shield advantage here, and we do straight away, which is amazing, because we can just let this move go through. Going to be the EQ as well here, which is okay. We can go for it. I think I still survive it, but I don't shield it. Well, I don't know why I do a shield it, but it's fine. I can go for another foul play. Maybe I will be able to get a shield advantage here now again. Or I get the Swampert, fine for me as well. Let's see what they're going to go into. They're going to go into a Giratina and now into an Obstagoon. I don't know what I want to do here. I don't know what I want to do, and I will go into my Talonflame here, which can take one move. It's not going to be a Hyper Beam here anyway. I will be able to go for one Flame Charge soon. Hopefully, they're gonna go for another Night Slash, and they're going to go for the boost. What a surprise! People boosting against me would never happen. We will be able to boost itself, but we have at least a guaranteed chance for this, and we will be able to shield this move up here because we kind of have to, as they're going to go ahead and go into their Giratina now. We have to go for one Brave Bird here. And I have no idea how we are supposed to win this. I can go into my Mewtwo, but yeah, they have a ton of energy already. There is not a lot that I can do. They're gonna go for the Shadow Sneak. It nearly knocks me out. I will be able to go for one Side Strike, but this doesn't do enough damage to put them really into a range where I can knock them out with one Foul Play, right? Foul Play comes through, Foul Play going to knock them out, and we're still going to be able to win there. I have no idea how I got even the Side Strike off with my Shadow Mewtwo. We actually survived one super effective move with it. And we see a Ninetales against us. This is not ideal whatsoever, as Ninetales going to completely destroy my lead, and I have to swap into my Mewtwo this time around because otherwise I'm kind of screwed as well. But I will be able to get both shields here. Double shield advantage thanks to Shadow Mewtwo is kind of nice, as I will be able to go into my Talonflame. We see a Nidoqueen coming in, which means I can go ham with my Brave Bird. Brave Bird going to destroy this thing completely, especially as it's Shadow. This thing will not stand one Brave Bird here, as we will see the opponent coming into. They're going to swap out immediately. Swampert here, which is amazing for me as well, because now this thing is aligned here. They're going to be able to swap out somewhere into their Ninetales, but as long as I will be able to get enough energy with my Talonflame, I should be able to win CMP here, and I hopefully win this game as well with that. They're going to go into the Ninetales. I'm gonna get them lower as well. I need to get them a little bit lower because I still kind of need to farm them all the way down here. So we will be able to get this one move in there. Not a good fast move timing by the opponent there, as I will be able to just farm them all the way down. Now I have to shield this move up. And do we win CMP against Swampert? It's always like kind of hit or miss for me. I don't always know this, but we will be able to hit this Brave Bird here, and this Brave Bird will be able to knock them all the way out. Easy game there, double shield advantage thanks to Mewtwo. Next opponent, we will see Stunfisk in the lead. This is something that is fine for me. We see a Trevenant coming in, which is even better for me. I will be able to go for some foul plays, and I will try to let them throw some moves against me first before I swap out, because yeah, like Shadow Ball still hurts my Talonflame, and I can go into my Talonflame now, or I can just, yeah, I think I wanted to go into it, but it lagged a little bit, so I couldn't. And now we are taking the Shadow Ball here, which is not ideal, but I can go for one Flame Charge. If they want to shield again, you know what we can do in the back, and we get another shield here, which is amazing. I will shield up as well, because I think I will still be able to realign my Pokemon, which is also pretty important here, as this will knock out the opponent. We have one shield advantage. We will be able to realign our, what even is called? Scrafty. Our Scrafty against the opponent's Stunfisk. Yeah, they actually best buddied Stunfisk as well. We will be able to go ahead and go for one foul play. Gonna get them low enough for Mewtwo as well. So we're going to keep the shield, of course, alive. Gonna go straight into the Mewtwo. And we see a Scrafty in the back. And this happened a ton of times. I always set up Mewtwo perfectly, and then we have a Dark type in the back, which we cannot deal with. Again, here it would have been so cool if we had Focus Blast. Like, Focus Blast completely destroyed this thing. But sadly we don't. And sadly we are kind of screwed here now, because, yeah, what can we really do here? We will be able to go ahead and shield up the move, but they can go for another foul play and knock me out and win this game. Someday I might actually power up this Mewtwo to level 50 as well, just because it's the best right attacker, and I kind of want to showcase it for the Master League as well. And I don't think I'm going to get a better one, but let's see. After we beat a Giovanni this time around, maybe I get a better one. We see the opponent here having the Warren in the lead. Fine for us. We can go ahead and go now for the bait as well against them. Like, they will have to shield this. They seem to be super weak to Scrafty, so they're going to have to shield something here eventually. And we're also going to get some lag in our favor, which allows me to go for another foul play in time, which allows me to get also the final shield of my opponent, as I can swap out into the charge move, which will definitely be the Seed Bomb. And now we are 2 shields up. We will be able to align our Pokemon perfectly. This will be another Seed Bomb. Very nice bait from the opponent. As we see the Warring coming in, I will be able to knock them out. Not really the biggest issue. Can just go ahead and go for the Flame Charge here, and there should be nothing that they can really do here. This will actually not knock them out, and they're still going to be able to knock me out here, which is annoying. But I should be able to go into my Mewtwo here, right? Yeah, I can go into my Mewtwo, I can farm them all the way down. We see the Treven coming back in here, Sizedrak comes in as well. Sizedrak, we're gonna get this Pokemon pretty easily as we see a Cobalion in the back. This thing can be a little bit annoying, but I can go for one Sizedrak here, and I should be able to outspeed them, hopefully. I'm going to swap into my Scrafty, catching the move, and at this point this should be a good game. We will be able to take the Iron Head here, which is interesting that they run it, and I will be able to now KO them with my Mewtwo and win this final game of the video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and of course I'll leave a like for the double legacy Shadow Mewtwo in the Ultra League. Bye!